Parsay Productions is coming at you from Kaposia Park for the Minnesota Amateur Championships 2020 version. We got OTB Discs, Rubber Bandit, Social CBD, and Hammock Gear sponsoring this coverage we have. And we appreciate those sponsors being there, allowing us to do this coverage. Myself, Ben Kroll, on the mic with...
And Derek Sahr, and we are going to have a battle on our hands.
It is tight at the top and even below these guys on the subsequent cards. I mean, it is a good battle. We got Joel Bauch here leading it off, 13 down with a hot first round.
Yeah, and hole 1, 265 feet. This hole is very easy to go long on, as you see right there. Not even too long, though, but the tree is right by the basket. And so you kind of have to be either left or right. But if you are long, that tree is going to come into play for the putt.
Yeah, both those trees before and after the basket are very difficult. The hill falls away to the right and behind the basket very quickly. Usually an overstable mid or overstable putter for these guys is the preferred route. Beautiful day here. Sounds a little windy, though. They might be battling that for a little bit of the round, but we do have a very wooded course here as well that the wind does not play as much of a factor. And thank you, Birdie Disc Golf Supply, for sponsoring this hole 1 for us. We really appreciate it, guys.
Grant in a great spot there.
Yep, pin height with the hole, whether left or right, is exactly where you want to be, so you don't have to worry about those trees as much. You can see the Kaposia Pro Shop right behind hole 1 there. These guys take very good care of this course. Very well done, and they got some new baskets in, some Prodigy disc baskets. They've had these Mach 3s in. This is one of the oldest courses here in Minnesota, so they were definitely due for an upgrade.
Yeah, you're right. All of the work that they do on this course is so cool as Clay parks the basket.
Dude.
Jeez.
He might have that tree to deal with, though, and he is not the tallest guy in the world, so you see a lot of straddle putts out at this course, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a straddle putt from, I'm sure, everybody here on this coverage. Yeah. Carl throws a little low, but enough speed to... Carl throws hard. He's got a big forehand. Be looking out for that because I'm excited to see it every time Carl throws a forehand.
Yeah, leads himself to about 15, 20 feet. Joel, pretty much no putt here. Just kind of laying up for his easy par. Grant trying to tie Joel early in the round. Perfect putt. See the wind just swirling.
Yeah, I tried to get a wind read off Grant's hair. Looks like a right to left.
OTB Disc with the replay there. Be on the lookout for a collaboration in the near future with Parsay Productions. Head on to their website for all your disc golf needs.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that to come out as well. And Clay, like you said, going to have that obstructed putt with that tree being just a little bit long. Having to straddle.
Let's see if he can match the birdie here. Solid putt.
Yeah, Clay's kind of got a bit of a hyzer putt. I played with him actually for the first time in a long time because he's an old school player, but at Okoboji, and he has a very solid putt and he throws far.
Yes.
He's got some power.
He can rip. He's been playing since he was 13, 14 years old, probably, I bet. Carl solid up and down there.
Yeah, with that short drive kind of going just straight down out of his hand to come up and take the par. It's like he had to throw the hole again to try to get a birdie, but taking the par, and Grant with a good start there. Look at that hair flow, as well as Clay. Wow, we have an absolute battle. 12-12, 13-13 here.
It gets even tighter. He's head to hole 2. Kind of a similar shot to hole 1, I would say. Slightly downhill. You're looking for that kind of stable mid. Throw fairly straight off the tee, and then it just fades right into the hole. A little bit of a berm right before the basket. Grant, great line here if you can get the push. And he's well within the circle.
Hey, you want to throw something a little more overstable there. I know Grant likes to throw that kind of champion envy, as I like to say. A little more stable, because if you're a little too straight, plus with all this wind, it can cause some problems, but as you see these guys throwing stable discs.
Smooth shot there from Clay. Ends up on top of that berm. Got about 20 to 25 feet left.
And a lot of these guys, it's their first time on coverage. Pretty exciting to see that. I'm sure they're going to be itching to see this coverage as well. It's always a little bit of first coverage jitters, but not for Joel there. Just puts it under the basket. Jeez.
Yeah, he doesn't have much room, not much work left there with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely fun for these guys and for us as well too to see our up and coming amateur players. Some of these guys even starting to play some pro events, trying to boost their levels of competition as well. And Carl, as we talked about before, has quite a bit of distance. He's got quite a bit of leverage. He's got to be about 6'4", 6'5", I bet.
Yeah, Carl used to play basketball. I'm not sure the exact level, but he played very competitive basketball past college, I believe. But yeah, so he's got that athletic background. And fun fact about Clay, he's actually in a band, which is why he kind of put disc golf on hold. He tours with his band full time.
Yeah, and I believe it's with his brothers as well too. They have a band. I know they've been playing for quite a while. I know he at least used to play with them back when he was younger.
Grant's fun fact is he's good at disc golf.
He's got about 20, 25 feet left. A little bit of wind. Solid putt. Got really good balance on his putt. Thank you, Social CBD, for sponsoring this. Head on over to their website. Use the ParSave20 to get your 20% off their restorative CBD products.
Yeah, they work really well if you're having some soreness or some tightness. I know lower back issues come into play for a lot of the backhand players. Use that, and it has the potential to relieve stress, relieve those muscles a little bit.
Yeah, they have a lot of different products as well too. Again, check them out. They're one of the companies that allow us to continue to be on coverage and get you guys some good disc golf footage. Clay got a little bit of work left here to get his par. Solid putt there. Really simple stroke.
Yeah, and he has that hyzer putt, and we all know about the mock pocket, which is kind of that hyzer putt right side where it can cut through. So hopefully he doesn't have any challenges this round having that happen. Oh no.
It's a frustrating 3-putt there from Carl. Saw that wind pick up his first putt. Made him have to try to tap in from about 20, 25 feet.
Joel and Grant with the birdies. And I like Joel's form. It's compact, and he doesn't take his eye off the target as well. And it's nice to see that, may not draw a lot of power, but his accuracy is definitely going to be there.
Yeah, and he's got a good battle with Grant going on here, and again, it's going to be a tight battle this whole round, I think. Hole 3 here, 264 feet, slightly uphill. Got kind of 2 levels with these rocks. A righty forehand is definitely a good play if you have it. Especially in this wind, it's hard to throw those turnover shots backhand. But we see Joel doing that really well here.
Oh, wow. That takes such control to be able to bend it around those trees, because those trees are technically just right in the fairways, which is why you'll see a lot of these players opt to go for that forehand route.
Yeah, you really need the disc to swing left to right. It's difficult to go right at the basket.
And Clay looking for a little bit of action on the hillside. A little long left. Carl throws pigs. So if you see this orange disc coming out, it is a pig, and he can throw it far.
Yeah, this is a big shot for a forehand. And he's a putter. It's just crazy. Yeah, we got a few guys here looking at chances. And Grant, a really long bid. Don't want this to fade away too much. Can really get away from you if you're not too careful.
He's telling the disc to stop. He knew that gets a little fast up there. See his hand kind of like stop. We've all done the disc lean though. You're kind of leaning, trying to get around that tree, you know.
Sometimes you just gotta tell the disc what to do.
Yeah.
See that wind blowing hard. Probably has like a headwind putt, I think. You can see how he just lofted it up there, tried to let the wind bring it into the basket, but right there for his 3. And Carl might have a little bit more favorable wind from this lie.
Stay up. Okay. Yeah, falling off that rock side makes the putt a lot more difficult. Nice that he stayed up on top. Nice deuce by Joel. With this much wind, that is a difficult hole today.
Yeah, great putt. Regains that solo lead. As Hammock Gear brings us that awesome replay. Going out to their website, check them out. They have some great gear. If you're into hammocks or like, sleeping out in your hammock instead of in a tent, they got what you need over there.
Yeah, and they have a vast majority of things you just haven't seen before for hammocks, and you see it and you're like, why didn't anybody else think of that? So definitely check them out. They're a great brand, and they have a lot of stuff you truly have never seen.
That was a good par putt there from Grant. That can get away from you pretty quick.
Oh, jeez. Carl waiting for that wind to die down just for a moment. Oh, no.
Just whipping.
Yeah, he has kind of a lofty putt where the wind is going to really affect that disc.
It can be kind of swirly in here as well, too. We're right by the highway. A lot of different tunnels through these woods.
Yeah, these first set of holes are, in a sense, not too Kaposia-esque because they're kind of wide open and you get a lot of wind, where this, coming up, we're going to be hitting some pretty wooded holes. It's Joel with the lone bird.
My name's Scott Matheson, and I'm a calisthenics athlete. I train with rubber bandits because they improve my strength, my stability, my flexibility, and I can take them anywhere. It's all about training smarter with natural movement. What I love best about rubber bandits is seeing noticeable gains in my physique and my athletic performance. It helped me progress from assisted movements to freestyle flow. Exercise your freedom and join me in the Rubberlution.
Rubber Bandits. Head on over to their website. They have been kicking in, really helping us out with their coverage. Again, great thing to do in the off season. Train. This is a long season that we have, and a very repetitive sport, so you want to train those muscles for that.
Yeah, that's coming from a personal trainer as well.
You never know, man.
Ben knows what he's talking about. Those rubber bandits really do work wonders on your body for flexibility. And this hole number 4, par 3, 339 feet. It is uphill quite a ways, and you want something turning kind of like that. That looks so good.
That's really nice.
Wow. Okay. Grant will just do the hole for me there, I guess. And also, if you're wondering about the lack of drone coverage in the beginning of the hole, is because it's a no-fly zone. And you can't fly a drone in Kaposia because it's near an airport. And I don't want to see an airplane crashing into a drone anytime soon. So,
nor do I need Joey going to jail or anything like that.
Yeah, can't have our guy Joey, taking the fall for par save. I don't know if their budget's enough to bail him out.
Yeah, this is a big shot here. Kind of a tough forehand. We'll have to see how he attacks this. He's heading down towards hole 2's fairway. Oh no, getting a little extra bonus roll.
Yeah, close to 1 even there. Have a longer upshot than I'm sure that he wanted here.
Mm-hmm.
But that, like you said, that is a tough forehand to have it Anheisering to the basket.
Nice shot, looked a little short. Probably gonna have to straddle around that tree.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him make a good putt here to kind of get rid of those putting woes that he's had.
Clay from the woods here. Might have a little chance at this. It's just going a little too long. Threw a great shot. Unfortunate to go that far. Joel throwing a great shot as well here. Put himself in range, probably about 30 feet.
Boy, and those branches are really moving.
Oh, that wind just picked that disc up hard. Lucky to sit right there. And Grant even closer than this. Joel goes to tap in. Solid putt in that wind.
Yeah, very firm right there. That's kind of what you got to do. Hopefully Grant can follow suit here.
And he's keeping it tight there with Joel. Doesn't want to let him have the lead for too long.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Clay and Carl just tap it in for their par 3. Again, nothing lost there in a 3, I don't think.
Oh, man. Look at those locks. He's our James Conrad of Minnesota, that's for sure. Hopefully we get a lot more slow-mos of Grant's locks just flowing in the air right there.
I agree. Again, tying Joel there at 15 down for the round. Or for the tournament, I should say. And par 4, 420 feet here, hole 5. Very fun hole, one of my favorites on the entire course. If you want to be aggressive, you can certainly give yourself an outside look for your Eagle 2, but just throwing a mid-range is sometimes all you need to do to give yourself a chance. And Grant looked like he's being aggressive. Probably only 100 feet left, but he is going to be on the right side of the fairway there. You got to hit this gap off the tee. If you don't, you get in a lot of trouble. And sometimes you just have to pitch out. That's all you got left.
Yeah, and where Joel is, that left side rough, in my opinion, is a lot more tricky than the right side. The right side, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's rough, but it's a little more open than that left. I think I see a putter in Clay's hand here, or a mid-range, probably just trying to go dead straight. He turned it, but stayed in the middle. That's all you want, is just to be in the middle.
And this forehand can be tough to get the disc to land straight and flat. But Carl's throwing this pretty well. Looks like he went a little too straight, though. But he may have gotten far enough up.
Yeah, and that's another thing to note, too. The fairway is all dirt, and so your disc is going to get a lot of ground play as well, whether you're throwing a shot like this, you're trying to just pitch out.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
He is not just pitching out.
Oh, my gosh. What a shot. The angle that I saw from where I'm sitting, I thought he was just pitching out to the fairway, and he throws a amazing forehand roller to the pin pretty much.
Yeah,
wow.
that was insane. And you're going to see a lot of these rolling hills through the woods out here at Kaposia. It makes this course such a fun place to play.
Yeah, one of my favorites in the cities, and whenever I have people coming up, I'm always like, well, we should play Kaposia if they haven't played it before, because it is a gem in the cities here.
Clay a little off on that forehand, getting into the left side of the woods. He's got some work to do to get up and down for his par.
Yeah, I'm not really sure whether to go low or high. Oh, no.
It's the tree closest to him. He's going to have a long putt to try to save his par.
We're finally at Grant's drive.
I think he was mostly just laying up there. Easy birdie for him.
Yeah. Clay again having
still in these bushes, and this is not fun.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a thorn bush. In that close up there, looked like there's some thorns on it, so you're trying to think of your own safety as well.
Oh, good tree.
Yep.
That could have been bad. I've seen this roll back down. There's quite a steep slope after that green there on the right side.
Yeah, I think they had to build, as you can see, that wood structure there to keep it from eroding. And disc can fall off that and go quite a ways.
And Carl was very fortunate off that tee shot to fight through some of those woods, but that is a big forehand off the tee for sure.
Oh, that would have been one of the best birdies I've ever seen on this hole, Joel. Still, to be where he is and get a par, that is mind-blowing. Well played on that hole, Joel. Very well played.
Yes, very, very true. Way to fight for that one, Joel. Solid putt from Clay. Unfortunate for his bogey.
These guys just cleaning up. Grant getting a stroke on Joel there. It is locked up at the top, and Carl and Clay are not too far behind at all. A lot of holes to play.
Yeah, they've really been going back and forth, Joel and Grant here to start this round.
Oh, excuse me. Grant takes the lead. Well, it's still locked up at the top.
Yeah, those guys are right there with each other. First time we see Grant taking the lead. I guess the solo lead.
Yeah.
And this is a brand new hole here at Kaposia. Hole 6, 205 feet, slightly uphill. Probably plays closer to 240 to 250. Just kind of a straight putter shot. You got one big tree in the way in the middle, and if you hit that, you can get into a lot of trouble with it. Kick you way left or kick you straight down.
And I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen, Grant usually throws that envy on a bit of a hyzer through that gap that Carl took a forehand with a pig. But the backhand putter is more the play that you'll see, or mid-range, and just throwing like a hyzer instead of going directly at it like Grant did there. Yep, just like that.
Come on, let's do it again.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
Great looking shot there from Joel. Clay trying to bounce back here with a birdie after his last hole. He's got a smooth little hyzer shot for this, I think.
Yeah, as long as you miss that tree, the disc usually slides pretty good because of that fairway's mostly dirt. So
Carl with that comeback putt from about 35, 40 feet. Yeah, let's go. Off the top nub.
Oh, I cannot wait to see this. It's got so much loft. Oh, it hits the top, hits the cage, and falls in. That was awesome. No pictures on the scorecards, right?
Nah, none at all.
Yeah.
Rubber bandits with the replay there, making Carl look real good.
Yep. Yeah, there's the smile. He knows. Woo. Just think if his putter didn't hit a tree at some point in its life, it may not have fallen in because of how floppy it was,
Joel, solid putt there for his birdie.
Nice putt.
Solid. Clay trying to round it off here. Click that star frame.
Yeah. I have a feeling that's going to be first of many star frames with this card.
I agree. These guys have all the potential to just battle it out here all day.
A little bit of a huck face from Clay there. I love seeing that. Everybody's got a bit of a different one.
Early in the round, but those guys definitely have a 2-horse race going with Joel and Grant. And hole 7 here, 364 feet. The hole is blind from the tee box, slightly uphill right away, and then just kind of a flat shot after, and then it's a little bit of a death putt almost when you get tucked close to the green. Gets downhill pretty quick. And very difficult tee shot here. You really just want to flip something up straight the entire flight. Definitely plays that 364 and even more.
Yeah, I personally... Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
I was not expecting that to go that way.
I was just thinking how like it looked like he was going to short that because it was too high. And I do the same exact thing with the forehand, and no, he almost aces it because he's got a lot more power than I do.
Yeah, I would say this hole definitely favors probably a righty backhand better to get all the way to the basket. But Carl making that look pretty easy.
Yeah, and Joel's shot just to the top of the hill. I know he wanted it to crest and get some distance. It still isn't that bad. You know, he's right dead smack in the middle. He can see the basket on his upshot. And so...
It gets tight up in that fairway, and if you're off the fairway at all, it can be really difficult to get up and down. Good looking shot. Maybe just a little low there from Clay, or not at all. And he was also going past the basket. Those are a couple big shots.
I usually see like maybe one of those every other round, and this guy's just both did it. That's going to show off some scramble game here.
Yeah, again, almost impossible from some of these spots off the fairway to get up and down.
Yeah, it's so tight all the way through. And another thing to mention too is the backstop is very quick here.
Gorgeous looking shot there from Joel. Good weight on that.
It's wood chips and dirt, and a lot of fast greens out here, and it falls off the backside pretty fast.
Grant not happy with that effort. We got a couple sweet birdie putts back here from Clay and Carl as they try to play catch up. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, that disc looked like it was like 99% in. Oh,
just hits that ghost nub. And those are the difficult ones. Know you had a good shot. Know you put good effort on it, but just didn't quite get there. Carl looks like he's inside this tree almost.
Yeah, the normal person wouldn't have to bend over like him, I'm sure. Oh, it's just missed a little right.
Good effort from those guys. Getting it on the basket, but not quite converting. And Grant will be taking the solo bogey here as Joel ties it back up at the top. And keep this teeter-totter going, I think.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of lead changes, I have a feeling, and it's just crazy how close it is, even with Clay and Carl as well. Just right there, just a few strokes back.
Yeah, and playing a course like Kaposia, all these holes could be stroke differentiators for sure.
Yeah.
Hole 8 here, 302 feet. One you want to get your birdie on as a backhand, right-hand player for sure. But it's so easy to get off the fairway and put yourself into trouble as well. Carl there, he's going to have some work to do for sure. I'm not sure what kind of look he'll have for his birdie.
Oh, got relatively clean through that backside.
Yeah, kind of squeaked through that branch there.
Yeah, and you're right. Any one of these holes, one of these guys could take a 2, and then the other could take a 4, and that's a 2-stroke swing right there. You know, it's so tightly wooded that just being a little off your lie can cause a big threat.
And Clay with almost the perfect shot there. You need that inside hyzer flip that just never quite gets straight, but travels mostly straight.
Grant stepping up, wanting to put this thing close. It is a blind shot. It's a little straight.
Kind of following Carl. Might have an outside look at it, though.
Be nice to see Carl put one of these in. He's had some putting woes.
Still well within his range. Not quite the effort he would have liked, I don't think.
This is in Grant's range. I know he's wanting to get this. Yeah.
Solid putt there from Grant. Dead center.
Yeah, that looked really clean. Just a step putt.
Money.
That was perfect. Yeah, a little smirk. Just a little smirk on his face.
It's all about having fun and smiling. That's why we're all out there. Those lovely locks flying.
Yep. Telling you, man, it's a cheat because he gets a good wind read from it.
Joel trying to match here from about 35.
Oh, wow.
Feeling good. He even held it up there, too.
These guys came to play.
Gooseneck. That a boy, Joel.
He's feeling good. It's cool to see guys battle, you know. It's not about who's doing worse. It's about who's, getting the most birdies. And I love seeing that. These guys are all back neck and neck. Clay misses just a little right.
Yeah, but again, these two guys are going to separate themselves a little bit more from Clay and Carl here. They'll be tapping in their par putts. And Clay's been playing for quite a while, ever since he was a junior, I believe 13, 14 years old, and he was competing at a high level at that age as well, too.
Yeah, I remember seeing him out at Cedar Creek Open a few times and being like, man, I want to be as good as that guy. He was he still is really good. Don't get me wrong. He still is an amazing player, but back then, me being a young kid and seeing him play, it's like, geez, his backhand is really good.
Good looks there from Joel. Very smooth shot from him. These guys sitting at 17 down, really battling each other through this round.
Hole 9, very difficult par 4. You want your disc to be hyzering left, just like that. I think finishing left is better than finishing too straight. These guys will be throwing something pretty stable here. I know Grant will be throwing the Delirium here, which is straight to stable, mostly on the stable side, though.
Yeah, you have a much better angle off to the left. You go too straight, you get off the berm, down by the road. You have to fight with the pine tree on your approach shot. But you don't want to hit this tree, and this tree continues to get bigger and bigger every year.
The branches reach out to the middle of the fairway and causing it to be a little bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, it kind of almost like pushes that straight shot, which is not what you typically want off the tee.
Oh, forehand. Boom.
That is a big shot as long as it doesn't flex out. And he's got a good vantage point from up there, especially having a forehand favorable game. He'll have a good upshot into the green. Clay
Known for some big power.
Good line just around that tree.
Oh, wow.
And that is an impressive shot there. Anything past the tree that we just saw is a great shot, and he's got nothing more than a jump putt for his approach shot.
And you want to land, if you hit those rocks and sit right there, you're at a great spot.
And it's tough to do that from this far out where Grant is. Pretty good effort, but he's going to have a tough putt.
Yeah, that pine tree, like you mentioned earlier, is going to be in his way there.
Yeah, but then the green is very, very difficult as well, too. Only a few feet off to the right, gets very steep downhill. That looks like a really good shot. Good reaction off the rocks
hit
as
the
well,
rocks.
too.
Yep.
And even if that just hit the rocks and sat down at those rocks, it's only 15 feet or so. And that's really all Joel's going for is those rocks.
Oh,
and
nice.
It just pushed right through the pine tree, though.
Yeah. Played that to perfection. Clay. A long jump putt. No, yeah, he's just laying up.
Same thing.
Ooh.
Hopefully that didn't trickle down and roll down that hill, though.
Yeah, that little pocket can be tricky because the branches are really digging into your back, being a pine tree. Grant with a smart play.
Yep. And this should be pretty routine here from Clay for his birdie, although this pine tree is giving him a little bit of trouble. Just creeps it over there, that front basket.
he's like, I'm getting out of that thing.
Yeah.
And Grant will be tapping in his par as well.
Carl and Joel for their birdies. It's been a fun round. I think Joel taking that solo lead there as we finish off the last hole of the front nine here. Again, thanking our sponsors, OTB Disc, Rubber Bandits, Social CBD, and Hammock Gear for providing this coverage for us. Ben Kroll signing off here.
Derek Sahr signing off, and make sure to tune into the middle and the back half here because with all these lead changes, it's going to be an absolute grind.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss it, guys.
Take care.